Hi. So I just wanted to ramble about, AEW wrestlers and stuff. And one of the ones that's always been on my mind in terms of predictions and stuff, and I've always thought about in terms of what's going on with them, is Athena. Now, Athena is obviously still the ROH champ. She's got the longest reign of any ROH belt, I think, ever at this point. I think it is that. And to bear in mind, Athena's just what the run she's on in terms of ROH is ridiculous. And I need to preface this very quickly. I don't watch ROH. I should. I don't. I don't have on a club, stuff like that. It's just kind of hard. I would like to get into ROH. I watch the odd match, but I don't watch it consistently enough. I just feel like with Athena, though, where obviously, I know the ROH is her main thing, and, you kind of gotta, acknowledge and honour that, and I do like how they done that. It's just more, I just don't, it feels like we're still now, and I feel like we're a year or two past the point of doing it, getting Athena on just AEW main roster, and I know she is, but it feels like Athena's now only seen just to be Mercedes' friend and tag partner, essentially, because no one else cares with Mercedes on the roster. And it's like, I just don't think that's the right way to book Athena. I think Athena's long overdue to basically be a permanent member on that roster. I think Athena's character can be a bit corny, but I think that's kind of the point. It's like, I do like Athena. I do. I feel like you got to put respect on her name, definitely. I mean, I've not seen that much of Ember Moon, so I can't really say how much she improved since she left NXT. But I do like, from everything I've seen of Athena, I do think she gets unlucky with AEW booking. I think definitely, the more I think about it, I still stand by they should have had Athena beat Tony at Forbidden Door. I feel like that was I think that was a call to make, and it should have been made. And not that the fact of, I don't want to say that was the wrong move, because then we got Stat winning for Tony, and that was grand. That was a great call. It was just more with Athena. I feel like you've got to, obviously with how long she's been champ now, you've got to carefully book that, because you don't want anyone to undervalue what she's done in ROH, which is completely understandable. Which makes sense why she's in, tag matches a lot of time on AEW TV now, especially with Mercedes. But I feel like the 1v1 loss to Tony made sense, but I also was like, this wasn't not too bad. I liked the build. I thought the build was quite interesting. I think that's why I thought she'd win. I thought there was something special to that build. But then, I just feel like, even if you go back to pre-Double or Nothing, as much as I wanted it to be Mercedes versus Athena at All In, and I still stand by that's what they were going to do, and Hayter versus Tony at All In for the belt, I just feel like they never, and I still want to know the reason. Mercedes should have got beat to Athena at that point. I know that's why we got Mercedes in the All-In match, but that was the big thing at the time, if you don't forget, when it was Mercedes versus Athena, the whole thing was Mercedes has to lose here. Because that would have been Mercedes' first loss in AEW, singles loss, if I'm not mistaken. I think it would have been, because I think Tony was her first singles loss. But I still stand by Athena's booking as being great on ROH, and it just feels like we're just still trying to get there on AEW TV, and I don't get it. I don't get why it's so hard, and I understand the main thing you've got to acknowledge is you've got to get that ROH. People say you can't get the ROH belt on AEW TV and stuff. Well, I don't agree, because Joe done that when Joe had his TV championship, and that was fine. The only problem with Joe having it, he relinquished it, and I don't know what the perspective was from ROH in terms of how that belt was handled. I just feel like Athena right now, to me, I look at Athena and everything she's accomplished so far, just in ROH, and it's like, you should be the top of the pillar, really. Again, Athena, I think they're definitely building towards, but I say this all the time, it feels like they're definitely building to Mercedes and Athena again as a full-fledged feud. You look how the tag match where they lost, and Athena's reaction, stuff like that. Obviously, TBS is not Mercedes no more, so she's clearly on a crumble. But Athena should be more present. I think Athena should be in title picture in AEW. And again, I get it. I get why with the ROH belt, but it feels like we could definitely work something out. I think we do. I think we could. I just don't like how she's not ever present. I feel like Athena kind of comes and goes, and when Mercedes needs just a partner, you go, oh, Athena, let's get her up, and then you're just kind of going, oh well, Billy Starks doesn't exist. So, and what I've seen of Billy Starks, she's great too. So I just don't really know what we're doing with Athena and AEW from AEW mainly perspective. I'd love Athena to get. I don't want to say I want Athena to lose the belt because I don't. And having Athena lose the belt is such a big thing now. It's like the Undertaker streak, essentially. Whoever wins it can't be wasted on a Brock Lesnar example. It can't be because it's too big of an opportunity. It's like, you really need to handle this with care. And I appreciate that they are. But it's also the woman. Like, I still think that this is what makes me think what they've done with Athena has been messy. Is you look at how All In Texas was advertised, where they originally had Athena being one of the main pieces of the, advertisement instead of the promo, just getting the press pictures. And I think Athena's from Texas, so I think that made sense. But also, everyone was like, okay, this is Athena stepping up. Athena's going to be involved in a major way. And I stand by, it was going to be Mercedes and Athena as a singles match, but Mariah leaving and stuff put everything into, just question, essentially making Mercedes and Tony be the match. Athena did appear at All In Texas. She did win the casino gauntlet, winning the contract, again getting the match against Tony, which I did like. I thought that was a good way to have Athena on the show. I think you had to have her on the show with how much you promoted her. But it feels like ever since that match, I feel like after that contract again, they just kind of went, okay, yeah, let's get it over with and let's just go. And it's like, well, no, I don't really agree with that. And then she come in the tag tournament, obviously, to push the Mercedes stuff. And she come back recently, just to help Mercedes out. And it's like, oh, so what? I just don't get what we're doing. And I hope there's a bit more foresight. I think this year for me, again, I don't watch ROH, so please someone who watches ROH tell me, because I'm still kind of confused, is I just want there to be a plan and just a foresight with her. Because I feel like by All In this year, I think she has to be a mainstay on the roster, even if she's got the ROH belt or not. Because I feel like, not the women's division's definitely not lacking. It's not. I feel like it's lacking in true heels. Because I feel like a lot of women who, like, look at Jamie Hayter. Jamie Hayter's a perfect tweener. She's not a heel, but she's a good antagonist. But then you've got only real heels at Mercedes, Megan Bayne, Penelope Ford included, the Triangle of Madness. And that, I honestly, at the top of my head, that's who I feel like it's just like top heels. I mean, it feels it's just. Oh, and Marina Shafir. That's four real good ones. I mean, Triangle Madness is mainly just Tekla, so that's mainly it. I feel like we do miss some kind of good heels presence, because I feel like if you're a face in the AEW women's division, you're either going up against Mercedes or Tekla, really, and Megan Bayne and Marina Shafir. That's kind of the tag thing going on. Marina Shafir is kind of hard to, put in there because she's so focused on the Death Rider stuff, but she's definitely getting more involved with Tony. So it's really weird to kind of, go through, but it's kind of more credit to Mercedes, if I'm honest, because the woman's just everywhere and just ridiculous in quality. But I still stand by, we kind of do need to get a true top heel back on AEW, and not, in the women's scene. And I may be missing someone, maybe, but the main one for me is definitely Athena. And I feel like you've got a true star. You've got a true titan of the women's scene there, ready to be capitalized on. And it's great because she's been so drip-fed, essentially, so far. And everyone who watches AEW kind of knows Athena now. So you just kind of just need to get her go, and just put her on there and just let her run. Because the woman's proven she's more than good enough. She's phenomenal. So I just don't get what's taking so long. I don't get why there's hesitation, weirdly. And yeah, I understand you got the ROH belt. Again, I do get that. But we need, like, the woman needs us to get on it now. It's like, it's become, to me, it's like, it's the one thing I'm like, I shouldn't be saying whenever I see Athena, oh, it's nice to see Athena. I should be expecting to see Athena on AEW just programming consistently now. I feel like that's not unreasonable. And I think that you got to go through the Mercedes route. You can't not have it interact with Mercedes. I feel like that's definitely the route to go. But let's just not waste too much time. I feel like we've wasted a lot of time with, we could have had Athena on TV now. And again, I don't know how it's going in ROH at the minute because the belt run's still going, which is incredible. But it's a big deal whenever that happens, so you could even get that on AEW TV to elevate it, maybe, but it's kind of disrespectful to ROH. I get that, but point is, in my opinion, Athena's one of the true big stars you've got left who hasn't really been capitalized on, who's already signed. And not from I think she's underrated. I think everyone knows how good Athena is. It's just, I just don't get what we're doing. And I'm just a bit confused with Athena now, because I think at this point, the woman's proven she's more than good enough to, no disrespect to Ring of Honor, I love Ring of Honor, but she's above Ring of Honor at 2026, right? So, let's just get Mercedes and Athena going. Let's get Athena truly a mainstay on the AEW roster. And, yeah, I'm just a bit confused. I'm just a bit baffled. So, yeah, that's just my opinion on what's going on with Athena, because I'm just a bit baffled. I haven't said already. But, yeah, what's your opinion on Athena? What's your opinion on what's going on with her? And where do you think she fits in? Do you think they give her the Mercedes feud first? And do you think she has the world title in her hands in the next year or two? Because I don't think that's out the question.